for folks. And I'm going to share my screen. If I find this share screen button. Share screen, Keynote, share. All right. All right. We are live and we have an excellent connection according to our friends at YouTube. So joyous day for us all. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Code for Boston. My name is Matt, and I am one of the leadership team members here at Code for Boston, along with we got Alex, we got Thad's here, and then Will's from Code for America. So if you have things you want Code for America to know, you can send messages to Will. So basically, at Boston, we're responsible for all the stuff you like, and then all the stuff that you don't like, you can complain to Will. Is generally how it works.
I have clocked out. I'm here on brigade time, not work time.
So anyways, yeah, if you need anything, feel free to talk to any of us. We'll be happy to help. The way it's going to work is we're going to have some opening remarks and announcements. Then we'll do some updates. And then after project updates, new folks can stay in this Zoom. Alex and I are going to do new member orientation so you can find out how things work here and get you then matched up with a project, and everyone else can go hang out at their projects and spend their time hacking. All right, so with that, announcements. First and foremost, we have a code of conduct. Want everyone to know about and follow our code of conduct, which you can find on our website, URL conveniently displayed on the slide, along with a couple of the top level and thus most important points, because we always put our most important points first in our content design. But the main thing is that this is a respectful environment, and you should go ahead and talk to one of us if you feel like something is not right, or if you're not being respected. Also want to encourage you to follow us on our different social media. So we're on YouTube, where this is broadcasting live. We have a Facebook feed, a Twitter feed, an Instagram, and also a weekly email newsletter. So if you need project updates and such, you're welcome to subscribe to the email newsletter along with jobs. So we share civic tech jobs in the email newsletter, and that is the best way to find out about those things if you're not always paying attention to the Slack. Also want to encourage folks to RSVP to our events at meetup.com/code4boston. Would especially like to highlight that on the meetup, we have, in addition to our regular weekly hack nights, the National Day of Civic Hacking event. And so if you RSVP to the National Day of Civic Hacking event, even if you aren't sure if you're going to make it this weekend, it helps raise the profile of that in the meetup community. And so more folks can find out about us and help us out with all the good things that we do here at Code for Boston. Also, I always try and keep updated the Zoom URL. If you just bookmark codeforboston.org/room/CFB, I update that's a redirect to the latest week's the Zoom URL. So then that way you're able to register ahead of time and participate if you want to see everyone's faces or share updates or that sort of thing. Also, the main place that a lot of activity for projects takes place is in our Slack. And so if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're in the Zoom and you're like, I'm not yet in the Slack, the way to get into the Slack is just to go to slack.codeforboston.org, and the Slack robot will invite you, and then you'll be able to chat with the different folks. Next, we are a nonprofit. And so if you want to support us with a financial donation, you can go to codeforamerica.org/donate to a brigade. All of money just goes towards running the brigade. We were talking about our server expenses earlier, when we're in person, catering, pizza, travel for when we get to go to conferences. Obviously, some expenses are a little more on hold than others at the moment, but it doesn't cost a lot of money to run, but it does cost some money. So appreciate those donations. If your organization wants to partner with us, sponsor a workshop or something, talk to Harlan or I, and we're more than happy to do one of those things. All right, next is upcoming events. So this Saturday, National Day of Civic Hacking. Alex, do you want to hype up National Day of Civic Hacking?
All right, so through the power of innovation, I'm going to try a little bit of something new. I just have to find. So September 12th, National Day of Civic Hacking. Hope to see you there. We got some fun topics to deal with this year. We got some talks from Arlington Food Link about how COVID has changed their food rescue operation and what that means for food banks and all that other kind of fun stuff. We got someone from Massachusetts Association for Community Action. They're the people, if you know, Thad was pitching about the VITA project. They're going to come and talk about, COVID and the time of taxes and all that kind of, what that means, kind of fun stuff. We also have some people from Suffolk Law Lab from the Mass Access project about, how COVID has changed all of their filing. Suffolk Lit Lab. Thank you, Michelle. How, what COVID's done, courts are, most of the court buildings are shut down. So, how do you actually file court forms, stuff like that. So they'll be around and kind of discussing all that kind of fun stuff. And we actually have a budget workshop where Annie will be doing stuff around, how do you make an effective budget through the lens of defunding the police. So if you're interested in, how budgets are made or, what actually, defunding the police means, that's going to be a fun one. We also have several projects that are related to those talks. So hope to see you there on September 12th, this Saturday.
Awesome. Thanks, Alex. And so I just want to thank all the folks that have already registered for National Day of Civic Hacking. This year is, of course, going to be a little more eclectic mix of programming. As I think in the morning, we're going to focus more on some of the speaking program and the talks and workshops that Alex was talking about. And then towards the middle of the day, there'll be some programming from Code for America, including keynote and an opportunity to hear from the Code for America CEO, which I think is a great opportunity to hear what folks are thinking about and working on nationally. And then the afternoon will be the opportunity to join some of these different projects that we've been talking about. So that'll be a chance to work on, specific things that you might be interested in. And you'll be able to do it both some of these Boston, New Hampshire specific items, and there'll be some national activities as well, and opportunities to collaborate with other Northeast brigades. So if you haven't registered for that yet, the link is in the events channel. We'll re-up it in general after this as well, so you can register. But it definitely should be a good day of programming. So even if you don't want to necessarily work on a project, definitely join us in the morning, pour your coffee, get your muffin, and you can learn something, whether it's about budgets or access to justice or some other cool and interesting topics.
Yeah, we had a question. They're wondering what time things start. So Code for Boston, we're gonna have some opening remarks around 9:30. And then we're going to have some talks before the Code for America keynote, which is at 12, which is kind of when stuff is going to start. After that, it's going to start kicking off. So I guess we're starting a little earlier than the rest of the nation, but, it'll be fun anyway.
Yeah, East Coast will be the first coast, as it always goes. All right. So with that, project updates, let's hear first from my city.
Yeah, so last week we worked on some of the voting intent problems that we had with the PR. and we explored the Recollect API, looking for some additional information regarding delayed trash information. Hopefully we can find that soon. And yeah, this week we'll be continuing that. Hopefully Jamie's going to review my PR while I do this, and then get that approved and merged tonight.
Awesome. Thanks. Next is Safe Water.
Hey, last week, our design team for the data viz chose a couple designs. We'll be waiting for CRWA to approve one. And then for the flagging thing, the flagging program, it's all things. The flagging program, we did some huge maintenance to the docs. We added the material theme from MKDocs, which is amazing. It looks so beautiful. And we also did some cleaning, merging together two branches that are very different.
Oh boy, that is sounds like an adventure. Good job and good luck at that. Next is Job Hopper.
Yeah, hi. So we were off last week because a couple of us were away and there was no one to manage the night. But tonight we are finalizing design and moving into a building phase. And we are looking for folks who know Django and React and probably SQL and Python.
Great. Thanks, Annie. Next, anyone here from Plugalong?
Yes. This week we're probably not meeting. Brian, our tech lead, is not available this week. We are getting close to MVP, excuse me. We do need people to help us test the app. So if people want to join our channel, that would be awesome.
All right. Yeah. And you're looking for beta testers both on iPhone and Android, or just one of the platforms?
Both iPhone and Android.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Valerie. Next is Clean Slate.
Yeah. So the app team worked on translating the juvenile ceiling app into Spanish last week. I think we still have some work left to do on that. Also been working some odds and ends like user experience updates for the app. Still waiting to hear back from our partner about hosting it. Hoping to make some progress on that this week. And the data team has started making progress on writing scripts to analyze the prosecution data and start answering the expungibility questions we've been working on. So that's where we're at this week.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeremy. And last but not least, Windfall Awareness.
Thank you, as usual, Matt. So the Windfall last week project had an exciting merge where we have a working official Social Security calculator on the actual website for the first time. And it's not merged yet, but it's kind of in a finished state in our pull request. So that was really exciting. Thanks for everyone that was involved with that. And this week, we are looking at maybe what the last few things would be to get that merged. So if you have TypeScript skills or are interested in the way you use C++ and JavaScript in web development, we're putting the official Social Security calculator on the web. So welcome to our project. Thank you, Matt.
Awesome. Thanks, Thad. So that covers all our projects. So if you are already, affiliated with the project, thanks for dropping by, and we'll hopefully see you at the, National Day of Civic Hacking this weekend. Everyone else can stay in here, and we'll kick off new member orientation after we turn off the live stream. Thanks for coming by, everyone, and happy hacking. All right. And I think I stopped the screen share, and I can end the stream on YouTube. There are multiple opportunities